Welcome to Scotland's Forth Valley, a place where myth, engineering and centuries of history come together in one unforgettable journey. Today, we're exploring 4 incredible landmarks that each tell a different story of this remarkable region. We'll begin with the awe-inspiring Kelpies, the world's largest equine sculptures, rising from the landscape like guardians of Scotland's industrial past and the legends that shaped it. Just a short distance away, we'll witness modern engineering at its finest at the Falkirk Wheel, the only rotating boat lift of its kind on Earth, a moving symbol of innovation that reconnects Scotland's historic canals. Then we step back in time at Doune Castle, a medieval stronghold famous for its dramatic history and its appearances in film and television, where stone walls echo with stories of kings, battles and legends. And finally, we'll wander through the elegant halls and peaceful grounds of Callendar House, a beautiful mansion blending Georgian grandeur with centuries of Scottish heritage. From towering sculptures to medieval fortresses and revolutionary engineering, the Forth Valley is packed with discoveries waiting around every corner. So come along as we explore some of Scotland's most fascinating landmarks. This is the Forth Valley Adventure, and it starts right now. Hi, my name is Stephen. I have fallen in love with Scotland from an early age, and I moved up here in 2017. I want you to experience the stunning scenery and spirit of adventure that Scotland has to offer. I want to grow a community around this channel, and I really want to share this beautiful country with you. You can support the channel by hitting the like, subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. Leave a comment below and tell us where in Scotland we should explore next. Your suggestion might be our very next destination. Thank you, and let's continue with the video. Here we are at the Kelpies. It's bitterly cold, folks. I've just had a look at the weather app and the temperature's 4 degrees, but it actually feels like it's -5. So, hence the hat. No gloves with me today, I actually forgot them. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever been to the Kelpies. So yeah, can't wait to see what they're like. Standing 30 metres tall and weighing 300 tonnes, the Kelpies are steel horsehead sculptures in Falkirk, Scotland, designed by artist Andy Scott and completed in 2013. They represent the mythical Scottish water spirits that shape-shift and haunt lochs and rivers. These sculptures honour the area's industrial history and the legendary, often perilous, water horses. There is ample parking when you arrive, so this is just one of the 2 car parks I saw, and this is the one I've used. Oh boy, am I glad to see these. Time for a quick pit stop. Oh, that was well needed. Very well positioned and convenient public toilets. Situated in Helix Park between Falkirk and Grangemouth, they mark the eastern entrance to the Forth and Clyde Canal. Sculptor Andy Scott designed and constructed these structures from structural steel. 9,155 flat plates cover a complex, rigid, artistic frame. In folklore, Kelpies are said to be dangerous, malevolent water spirits that often appear as horses. They are known to tempt people to ride them, only to drag them into deep water and drown them. These sculptures, inspired by folklore, also capture the area's rich industrial past, with one head turned upstream and the other downstream. They seem to shift their mood and look depending on the light. The site, part of the Helix Parklands, is free to visit and includes a visitor centre, a cafe and tours of the structure's interior. The sculptures, near the M9 motorway, are meant to show both the beauty and the risks of Scotland's wild, untamed rivers and streams. This is the first time I've ever been here, and I do believe there is a cycle route that goes past the Kelpies and also the Forth and Clyde Canal. But where I'm at the moment, I'm at the Cycling Without Age Scotland Helix Hub. And I think this is absolutely a great idea. I absolutely love this tricycle. It's now a planted tub. This can be very helpful. So we have some information screens. So look at this. It's all seems to be touch screen. So oh, here we go. It's starting to load. Oh, that's magic. So we have a very detailed map. And if touch screens are not your thing, we have an old-fashioned map painted on the side of a shelter. And of course the shelter has pictures of local attractions here. And that's where I'm hoping to go a bit later on, is the Falkirk Wheel. And again, you have another map, just in case you want to go and see other places. And there are guided tours of the inside of the Kelpie structure. And it's open daily from 9 till 5. And kids go free. Just to the left of me, you've got the Forth and Clyde Canal, and you have a footpath on the towpath. Or you can take this route up to the Kelpies. Just coming up to the visitor centre now, and this is where you can get your guided tour. And they also have a cafe and a shop, and it's open daily from 9 till 5. I've often wondered if anyone has actually tried to climb the Kelpies. Possibly they have, because they wouldn't have put that sign up for nothing. These are the Kelpies maquettes, and they are a 1:10 scale model of the Kelpies themselves. Just be careful when you're walking around here, because cars and people both use this area. The Kelpies and Forth and Clyde Canal extension was opened in 2015, and as you can see, quite a few small boats and canal barges are moored up at the moment. What an amazing canal lock. Imagine sailing the canal and you have to use this lock, and this is what you see right next to you. And there are thousands of these metal plates that are attached into some sort of frame on the inside. This is absolutely massive, and it reminds me of some sort of old Meccano set. The Kelpie sculpture actually comes alive at night, and they're lit up in many different colours. You can sort of make them look moody as well, so I might have to come back when darkness descends. They are certainly enticing, I can tell you that. And what an impressive monument as Scotland has. Legend has it is that these shape-shifting creatures can entice you to a watery grave, so they're actually quite enticing. Do I touch? Nah, nothing. I'm safe for now. Coming up to the Horsebox Cafe, and there seems to be street food vendors here as well. Oh, well done to whoever came up with this idea. So if you're cycling and if your tires are a little bit soft, there you go. You got a pump here to put more air into your tires. And yes, folks, all that noise you can hear is the M9 motorway, and we're just right next to it. Right, I think it's time for a coffee and something to eat, just to warm me up. Right, now the only decision I have to make is where to go. Do I go to this coffee and cake kiosk? Everything looks really nice in there, to be fair. But the thing is, the cafe is indoors. And because it's cold, I think we have a winner. What a visitor centre in there. Everyone was so friendly. The moment you stepped in through the door, someone at the front desk just greets you with a big smile and just ask you, are you okay? Got a bit of time to kill before the tour starts, so what I'm planning to do is go down and explore more of the Helix Parkway, because it looks really big. So let's see what's interesting down there. Hello swans, how are you today? Just walking along the Forth and Clyde Canal, and I have a funny feeling, well, it's not actually a funny feeling, I do believe this actually will lead you down to the Falkirk Wheel, which is somewhere I'm planning to go a little bit later on. If you're visiting Scotland for the first time, let me introduce to you Scotland's national animal. Believe it or not, it is a unicorn. If you're bringing the kids down here, this is actually a sculpture. And if I was a kid, I would have been tempted to use it as a climbing frame. Here, got to give this a shot. Oh, had to give this a bash as well. Really am a big kid at heart, to be fair. Helix Parkway this way. Just love the way they've actually used parts of old trees and they've just made fences out of them. I definitely sensed that we're coming towards maybe a lake, man-made possibly, but when you see reeds and rushes growing like that, you know you're close to water. Indeed, it is a wetland. And here we have a sign with pictures of all the birdies that live here. Better get my skates on and head back to the Kelpies Visitor Centre, because I have a tour in probably 15-20 minutes. Really enjoyed the tour of the Kelpies. We got to get inside, which was a bonus. Our tour guide Jenny, very knowledgeable, full of facts, full of personality. She's absolutely great at what she does. Enjoyed my time immensely here at the Kelpies, so if you're ever in this part of the country, definitely give this place a visit because it's quite impressive. So, where to next? It's the Falkirk Wheel. Let's go see this engineering marvel and what it's all about. The Falkirk Wheel is the world's only rotating boat lift. It connects Scotland's Forth and Clyde Canal and Union Canal, lifting boats 35 metres with minimal energy, akin to boiling 8 kettles. This is achieved using Archimedes' principle within its water-filled caissons. The wheel replaces a series of 11 locks and serves as a major Scottish tourist attraction due to its unique engineering. It uses only 1.5 kilowatt per rotation, which is like having 8 kettles working together, all thanks to buoyancy. It has replaced a whole flight of 11 locks, so a day's journey is now just minutes. It's made from 1,200 tonnes of steel and 15,000 bolts, and it was built in Derbyshire before being transported in 35 lorry loads. It has 2 opposing arms that hold caissons, filled with water. A boat goes into one, and the weight of the water it displaces perfectly balances the boat, so it can rotate smoothly. Each caisson can hold 250,000 litres, that's 500,000 litres altogether, and can carry up to 4 boats at once. It was opened in May 2002 by Queen Elizabeth II. The Falkirk Wheel is seen as a blend of art and engineering, like a modern sculpture. It draws around 500,000 visitors each year, and you can take boat trips to see it. A lot of the bus shelters here seem to have that visit Falkirk, stay and explore sort of information. Tell you what, it's one big visitor centre. And of course I've come on a day where there's lots of construction. Right, let's see if I can get a ticket to go on these boat rides and can go onto the Falkirk Wheel. Oh folks, maybe not today. Boats are not currently running due to maintenance. The visitor centre is nice, warm and welcoming. The weather is taking a turn for the worse out there. I was really looking forward to getting a ticket to go on one of the boats so you can actually say that you've been on the Falkirk Wheel. So yeah, it's the reason why the boat's not running, it's because of annual maintenance, which is totally understandable. Due to the work and maintenance going on at the moment, parts of the ground is out of bounds, so I'm just going to head back to the visitor centre. Oh, forgive the state of my hair. Been wearing a hat for quite a few hours now because it is absolutely Baltic out there. So I decided I was going to just return to the cafe, get myself some lunch, and I've ordered some mac and cheese, so let's see what that's like. I'll tell you what, that mac and cheese was perfect for a day like this. Definitely comfort food weather today. Just an illustration of what this place is like when it's fully open. It was such a shame that I couldn't get onto any of the boat tours and do the Falkirk Wheel. But hey ho, it's just a reason to come another day. Doune Castle. Doune Castle is a truly remarkable 14th century courtyard fortress nestled in the Forth Valley in central Scotland. It was constructed by Robert Stewart, the Duke of Albany, known as Scotland's uncrowned king. It's renowned for its impressive 100-foot gatehouse, stunning Great Hall, and its appearances in Outlander, Game of Thrones, and Monty Python. Nestled near the village of Doune Castle is on a bend where the River Teith and the Ardurk Burn meet. You'll find one of Scotland's best preserved medieval great halls, a special kitchen and serving area, and a tower that reaches 95 feet high. It's been used in many famous films and television programs, such as Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Outlander, and Game of Thrones. You can listen to a popular audio guide narrated by Terry Jones from Monty Python, which is included in the ticket. It is open to everyone, but it's a good idea to check if there are any seasonal closures. Doune Castle is situated just outside the village of Doune. Now, even though it is spelled D-O-U-N-E, it is actually pronounced Doune. Just be careful when you arrive into Doune Castle if you're travelling by car or by van, because there is a very sharp left-hand turning just before you get to the castle. So if you're actually travelling in a van or a large vehicle, just bear that in mind. Just like other major castles, this large hall was a room for meeting and entertaining, and even some members of the household even slept here some nights. In the servery, and all the food was prepared here, and through these hatches it was served to the guests in the main hall. First room I've encountered when I've just climbed up the stairs, excuse me, there seems to be a chamber, and according to the information, Mary, Queen of Scots, actually stayed here, and I think this is the ensuite. Kind of a bit cosy, isn't it? Go up any further now. The only way is down. Just make sure you follow the signs, as there's a one-way system in operation here. Like a lot of these ruined castles, it can be quite tight getting around. And above the hall, downstairs, is another hall up here. But in this hall, this was probably the most grandest room in the whole castle. And this is where the very special guests were entertained. Do you think this is my colour? I don't think so. And right in the very bowels of the castle, we have the cellars. Doune Castle may be familiar to a lot of people. That is because if you're very familiar with Monty Python's movie, The Holy Grail, Doune Castle was used as a location. Plus, Doune Castle has been featured in many TV programmes like Game of Thrones and Outlander. Around Doune Castle there's actually a walking track, and it follows the River Teith. When you're walking along this walkway, and if it's a wet, dreary day, just make sure that you're actually wearing outdoor boots or outdoor shoes, because it can get quite muddy here. The area is also very popular with people who want to engage in a bit of fishing. The walk along the River Teith is actually okay. It's not a challenging walkway, but as you saw earlier, the track can get quite muddy. Generally, Doune Castle is a pleasant visit, to be fair. Very well maintained, ruined castle. Me personally, it's decent. It's not outstanding. It is a relatively small castle, and people do come here obviously for the historical element of the castle, but also because of the movie Monty Python Holy Grail, and also for the TV programs that they're familiar with, including Outlander and Game of Thrones. So yeah, the price of your admission does go towards the upkeep of the castle. Bearing in mind there's no cafe, but there is a coffee machine in the gift shop if you want to take a takeaway coffee with you. In all honesty, it probably won't take more than 1 or 2 hours to actually explore the castle in full. Right, that's Doune Castle done. Now on to the next place, and it's totally free to get in. Come on, let's go. Let's get out of this rain. We've come all the way back to Falkirk. This is Callendar House, and what appears to be some sort of park run going on at the moment. In fact, it is not a park run. I was just speaking to one of the people who have been competing in this ultra marathon. Callendar House is a stunning 14th century French Renaissance chateau nestled within a 170-acre public park. It offers free entry and features a museum, a Victorian kitchen and tea rooms. Famous for hosting historical figures like Mary, Queen of Scots, and appearing in Outlander, the venue showcases 600 years of local history and Roman artefacts from the nearby Antonine Wall. Imagine stepping back in time to a 19th century kitchen where you can explore interactive history, exhibitions with archives, and enjoy a cosy tea room. This estate has been around since the 11th century, with the house itself being established in the 14th century. It has been the home of some quite famous figures, including Mary, Queen of Scots, Oliver Cromwell, Bonnie Prince Charlie, and Queen Victoria. You might recognise it as the Duke of Sandringham's home from the TV series Outlander. Spread over 170 acres, it includes woodland, an arboretum and a family mausoleum, and a 9-hole golf course. There is a Roman-themed play park, bicycle rentals and pedalos available in the summer. You can also grab a bite to eat at the on-site tea room. I think this is my best opportunity to get into the house now. They're all packing up behind me now, so that ultra marathon event must be over now. So Callendar House. What an amazing place. Admission is free, but it's got so much inside it. It really documents the history of Falkirk and actually some of the surrounding areas and surrounding towns like Grangemouth and Camelon. Really, really interesting. And it also tells you a lot about the history of industry, what was made here. I can only assume the majority of you watching have heard of Hadrian's Wall, which is a Roman wall built in the north of England. And there's often a misconception that the Romans never really came to Scotland, but that's untrue, to be fair, because what I'm going to be looking for now is the remains of another wall, and it's called the Antonine Wall. And there is an exhibition in Callendar House about the Antonine Wall. And the Romans left this frontier of the Antonine Wall after occupying it for 20 years, and they actually retreated back to Hadrian's Wall. What a fantastic view of Callendar House. Absolute beautiful place, and a great place to go for a day out. But yes, I had a eureka moment, and this is the remains of the old Antonine Wall, and I'm just glad that I have a plaque here. So, the frontiers of the Roman Empire. The Antonine Wall became a World Heritage Site in 2008. It has been added to the World Heritage List of the Convention concerning the protection of the world cultural and natural heritage because of its outstanding universal value. The Roman Empire was one of the greatest the world has ever seen, its frontiers expanding 5,000 kilometres through Europe, the Middle East and North Africa, from the largest single monument to Roman civilization. The Antonine Wall formed the northwest frontier from 142 AD to about 165. With Callendar House behind me and also the Antonine Wall, this is the best place to end this video. I really enjoyed my time here in the Forth Valley. I visited some really great places like the Kelpies, Doune Castle, Callendar House and the Falkirk Wheel. So if you haven't done so, please subscribe, click like and leave a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.